Hello everyone, Jesse Webb, TradersPro. Market conditions slipping here down to mildly bearish in a bull market. Saw some weakness yesterday, although we did see a rally in towards the end of the day. We'll look at that candlestick here. Short-term indicators, we're seeing momentum also starting to slide back into that non-trending range, or stuck right in that range, which is okay right here at these levels. The longer we can consolidate right here, the higher the probability we have of continuing the overall uptrend. So some backing and filling and just some consolidation without any type of real big breakout or capitulation, selling to the downside is constructive right here. Breadth slips significantly out of that extreme range and back down again. So we are seeing that. We're seeing that on the buy-sell ratio as well, which we'll look at. So now we're seeing that slip back down to that 74 range, and then also sentiment. Sentiment's still up in that complacency area, and the extreme zone, and could slide back. Has some room to slide back, but still in that elevated level. Not overly concerning. Like I say, we got a nice strong uptrend and some support right here, but we are seeing some weakness in the overall market. Buy-sell ratio is now decidedly bearish, less than 1 at 0.34, and that could affect any kind of momentum to the upside from here. The overall index, if we take a look at S&P 500, this is the pattern that I was mentioning here. When this candlestick pulls up, you can see this rally, or the sell-off. Let me change that over, see if that helps a little bit. You can see the sell-off here, this bottoming, this candlestick, this bottoming tail bar, where the market it had opened, it traded lower, and then it rallied all the way back up and then closed higher than the open. So you get that white or gray body right there, and a nice hammer pattern. That's a bullish pattern where you had selling and then you had buying come back in. So we'll see, and it's right around that 50% range of this smaller little rally that we've had. So we'll see if we get a continuation. If we could get a continuation, that could also be bullish for some support, and then possibly working towards a breakout on S&P 500. That's what the overall pattern feels like here, but breadth is telling a little bit different story, although S&P 500 really is disconnected from breadth right now because it is so heavily weighted in 10 or 15 really large cap stocks that ultimately move the S&P 500. So we'll watch to see if that ends up giving us any momentum today. I did notice on bonds, we're seeing a little bit of a slip here on the long-term bonds. TLT has gone back to a downtrend sell signal here. Still in this overall shorter-term uptrend. If we go move it in here like this, connecting this overall uptrend now, a 382 retracement and some support area. This is a decent retracement now, where we should start to see some support here in bonds at that $93 range, at least again on TLT. If we can see a rally, that may be also part of why the market is a little bit muted and consolidating here. Is the big rally was because bonds were moving higher and interest rates were moving lower. As bonds are moving lower, interest rates are moving higher. So the market is kind of processing everything that the Fed has been talking about and anticipating. We'll see if we get any type of confirmation on that. But as of right now, that's stuck pretty decent in that downtrend, or beginning that downtrend, or a counter trend to this overall uptrend, just retracing back down. As of right now, still looking pretty healthy as far as a retracement or a counter trend pattern. Let's take a look at sectors, see if we've had anything shift here in the last day or two. We have seen some significant movement. So now we're back to one, or I should say we're at one of the overall sectors in uptrends, which is also confirming that buy-sell ratio starting to show some weakness, getting more and more of these sells across the board. So we're seeing a slow deterioration of this overall uptrend, and that could affect the market going forward here over the next few days and weeks. We're seeing healthcare still continue, and really that's about the only thing that's working right now, but there are a lot of really nice stocks in that area, whether it's pharma, therapeutics, and healthcare. Anything to do in that sector is actually doing quite well, and the place to be looking. So a couple of stocks in this new buy list today to consider. LQDA had a real big run up. It's in that biomedical space, and then confirmation breakout here again yesterday on decent volume. A nice stock to consider. And AVLD AVDL, excuse me. Also nice looking uptrend retracement, counter trend on, and a big some big volume here on that bar yesterday. That'll do it for today's update. If you don't have full access to the software, you can sign up with the link below, and we look forward to having you. Have a fantastic day today.